Yeah, I mean, I guess research in general, I enjoy the variety. I think I enjoy the fact that you can turn up in the morning and you don't quite know what you're going to find out that day. You have some sense of what you plan to do, but somebody comes in and has a chat about what they've been doing over the last couple of days, and suddenly what you thought was going to be the topic of the day is replaced by something much more exciting because students come in with a great idea. Basically, my research is all about structures and processes that occur at surfaces, so studying the properties of the surface itself, which for us is often metals and occasionally semiconductors, and also trying to understand what goes on when molecules land on the surface, how they change the properties of the surface and how the surface changes the properties of the molecules. I mean, in terms of overarching themes, one of the things that I'm mildly obsessed by is symmetry at surfaces. So a major theme over the last decade or so has been trying to understand chirality at surfaces, understanding how you can modify surface symmetry to favour certain chiral asymmetric reactions. The other thing that's been really occupying my mind has also been molecular dynamics at surfaces. So really trying to understand how the not only which processes occur, but actually the details of how they occur on the surface. The applications of the research, I mean, not so much the focus. I mean, the research is really about the fundamentals, but in terms of the applications, it can be anything from understanding corrosion of surfaces through to understanding heterogeneous catalysis at surfaces, all the way to looking at electronic properties of surfaces. So it has applications across a wide variety of industries, but we have in the past worked with companies interested in corrosion, with companies interested in catalysis. But for us, the focus is always on the fundamentals, because that kind of has the broadest reach of possible implications. I wasn't quite the first person in my family to go to university. My sister's about 6 years older than me, and she beat me to it. But generally didn't come from a background of higher education in the family. I did, from quite an early age, always want to go to Cambridge. It's one of those things I didn't quite manage to do so as an undergraduate. Instead went to Exeter University. I spent 9 very happy years there as an undergraduate, a PhD student, and then a postdoc before eventually moving to Cambridge. I think one of the interesting things about my career is that I changed from theoretical physics at Exeter into studying chemistry only really when I came to Cambridge after all of that. And it was a very refreshing thing to have spent 9 years really working in physics and then shifting to a different discipline. I mean, somewhat related, my area of surface science really straddles physics and chemistry, but chemists certainly have a very different way of thinking about things from physicists, and there's something that both communities can really learn from one another. So one of the nice things about my group is it usually has a mixture of people that come from chemistry backgrounds and physics backgrounds, and you very soon learn that people have, through their different perspectives, very different things that they can offer and learn from each other. My group, just to say generally, it is a mixture of experiment and theory as well. Over recent years, I've probably tended to move more and more towards the theoretical work, which is where I originally came from. We still do have experimental work going on in the group, and very happy to hear from people that might be interested in working in either computational theory or experiment.